Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Crystalline. Last time there was some not even references. Zach and Kara are about to fuck. and then this was said.
Okay, that's enough of that. I need to go be productive, or something.
A small shudder shivers down her spine as she shakes away her thoughts. She quickly heads out of the inn. Amy smooths her skirt, and she also gets to her
There's
feet.
merit in Leanna's suggestion of productivity. I do believe Zach and Kara will be preoccupied for a while.
Okay. It's weird that you put it that way.
I, too, shall be productive, or something.
Amelia confidently strides out of the inn, leaving me sitting alone in an empty table. Well, I don't want to just sit here alone. Who do I want to hang out with? Yeah. Let's just not do that bottom two. just no. I race out of the inn and catch up with Leanna, who's heading towards the square. Hey, Leanna. She turns around.
Was getting a bit weird in the inn, wasn't it?
For sure. Just a little bit. Where are you headed?
I was thinking of going back to the marketplace.
Really? You're going to try to convince someone to open their shop?
That sounds like a lot of
She
work
laughs.
and not a lot of fun. I thought it would be nice to try some of the local cuisine. Anyway, would you like to join me?
Yeah, just... Nah. I walked over here just like, nah. Definitely, it sounds delicious. We follow the tempting scent of spices back to the marketplace. We can hear the food vendors even before we see them as the hum of their voices guides our way. There are a variety of stalls selling all sorts of sweets and savory food. Roast meats turn on a spit and are shaved onto pockets of bread. Pistachios and honey wrapped in a thin pastry makes my mouth water. Now, the thing is, I can understand there'd be something called honey here. I can understand that. But pistachios, it's weirdly similar, being in an alternate world and there still being pistachios. It's very odd. People gather by the different stalls, picking out foods and haggling prices. I can feel the buzz and excitement for the festival.
Oh, look!
I'm looking. Lana points to something that looks like stew. Is that stew?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Okay. Alright. As much as I don't want to complain about this, but that was terrible. That was the worst bit of storytelling I've ever heard, man. It looks like stew. Is that stew? It looks like it. That's so stupid. I hope that was a joke, because that's fantastic if it was. If it was a joke, great. She looks up at the food vendor. I can't even keep a straight face.
Excuse me, what kind of stew is this?
Oh my god. What kind of stew indeed? He answers proudly.
The best lamb's brain stew in Medja.
Ah, gross. And his face twists into horror.
Lamb's brain?
Yes, a rare delicacy. Care for a bowl?
She hurriedly shakes her head.
No, thank you.
Then hustles away from the stew.
Let's try somewhere else instead.
Good idea. Even though I didn't eat it, the stew leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah, that did not sound so appetizing. Lana shudders. We continue browsing until we reach a stall partially hidden in the corner of the marketplace. A couple of people stand curiously in front of the stall. As I crane my neck for a better look, all I can make out is a lot of dough.
Come try my newest culinary masterpiece.
Why do you have a
won't
name?
find anything like it in Medja because it's a first in all of Isaria.
What are you making?
It's revolutionary, a combination of the old and the new. I take the traditional Medja bread,
He pulls out what looks like thin pita.
then add a layer of crushed tomatoes and the cheese imported from Havengard.
He's making pizza.
Afterwards, I bake it in the hot stone
He points
to
to his oven.
present to you this.
From the oven, he pulls holds forth a cheesy bread different to the one he placed in there. Oh, it's pizza.
A pizza? What a strange word. Not from any language I am familiar with. And yet, somehow, it perfectly describes my masterpiece.
The man's eyes widen.
That is brilliant. Yes, henceforth, it is called a pizza!
Lynn looks at me curiously.
How did you know what that was?
We have something like that at home too. You can put different meats and veggies on top too. The man's eyes grow big. I think they're about to pop out of his head.
What an ingenious idea! Adding more ingredients on top. Like toppings! Yes, that's what they'll be called! Toppings!
How impressive. Yep, that's exactly what they're called.
So you can put meat on top of the pizza.
Yeah. Her face lights up.
That sounds like my kind of pizza. It just wouldn't feel right without the taste of meat in my mouth.
I blink at her. She freezes, realizing what she just said, and her face reddens.
I mean, I just really like to eat meat. No, wait. I mean, don't discriminate against types of meat, you know. Like sausages. No. Why did I give that example?
She closes her eyes and takes a deep breath and tries again.
Meant to say, I like to add meat onto my pizza.
I want to say it. I got to say it. I can't not say it. Ah, you like the feel of meat in your mouth, do you? Look at his face burns.
That's not what I said.
No need to be embarrassed. There's a pizza for that. It's called a meat lover's pizza, and it's got all the meat you can stuff in your mouth in at once.
Please stop saying meat and mouth in the same sentence over and over.
I don't know what you're talking about. Her face is as red as the tomatoes on the pizza.
So, what sort of toppings would you put on my pizza?
More cheese! I can't go wrong with a classic cheese pizza. No time is. Oh, I wouldn't say that. I'm just a fan of cheese. I have come to a conclusion. Like, I usually say I only like cheese pizzas, but that's specifically because I just like cheese. I don't dislike the other toppings, I just like having cheese more. Like, I like mushrooms, I like tomatoes, I like sausage, I like hamburger, I like pepperoni. I just don't like it on pizza because it takes away from the cheese.
That makes sense. There's a reason the original is usually the most popular.
This sounds like a great idea! Let's give it a try!
The man fumbles around the stall searching for his ingredients. I suggested we wait patiently as he preps the pizza and slides it onto his hot stone. Once the pizza is baked, he carefully pulls it out, releasing the delicious perfume of cheese and dough into the air. He cuts us each a slice and plates it for us.
Dig in!
Diana grins after taking the
This
first
is
bite.
actually pretty good.
Of course it is. Yep, can't go wrong with cheese. I'll say it for his voice. Indeed! We finish off our pizzas and continue browsing the stalls of the marketplace. There are a few more foods which seem almost familiar to me too, but they end up still being different. Lena slips her hand in mine as we continue to browse. I watch a few more people scurry by, carrying more decorations. So the festival is happening today. She looks at me, her eyes sparkling.
It looks exciting, doesn't it? I'm really curious to see what it's like. It seems like it'll be different than the ones in Havengard.
Would you like to check it out together once it starts? She squeezes my hand and a wide smile on her face.
I'd love to.
Awesome. I give her a peck on the cheek. Once we've tried everything we want to try, I decide to head out while Leanna returns to the pizza stand. We promised to meet up at the inn later today and go to the festival. Amelia. There isn't too much going on in town since the majority of shops and attractions are closed in preparation for the festival. I pass what looks like a library and notice that it's also closed. If Amy saw this, she'd be very disappointed. Actually, I spot a flash of pigtails in my peripheral vision. Amy? She spins around and looks at me.
Oh, hello.
So what's the plan for today? She blinks.
I believe it was established that we would rest today and resupply tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I meant what are you going to see now?
I see. My plan was to search for a library or museum. However, I have been unsuccessful in locating one which is open. Therefore, if something else piques my interest, I will then explore that further.
Sounds like a good plan to me. Mind if I join you?
I do not mind.
We walk in silence as we take in the sights, people bustling about, holding bouquets of flowers or strings of lights as they prepare for the festival. Are you excited for the festival tonight? She nods.
Indeed, I am excited to learn more about this town's culture.
We walk a little further through the town. We stumble across a giant archway. People bustle in and out from somewhere inside. I can see a tall head of what looks like to be a giraffe. There are some signs scattered around the place and detailed pictures of animals. Looks like there's some sort of zoo over there. Amelia's eyes light up with interest.
This could prove to be most stimulating. Shall we attend?
Really? You want to go to the zoo? She tilts her head.
Is that so surprising?
Just figured you'd want something to do a little more scientific. Amelia blinks.
I do, indeed, have scientific interests. I am most interested in learning about the biology and ecosystems that exist within this place.
Yeah, hell yeah. Of course she does. Alright then, should we get going? She nods and I follow her inside. I do enjoy the sarcasm. At the entrance there's a fenced off area where children are taking turns riding some kind of large bird. They're big enough to wear saddles and they come in different colors, bronzes and browns and pinks and yellows and some black and silver. I feel as if I know what that is, but I can't remember what it's called. There's a line of children waiting to ride one. That's what it is. Chocobos. Chocobobos. I gasp. Chocobobos exist. Amelia blinks.
I do not know what you mean.
I gesture to the birds.
Oh, you are mistaken. Those are cancus.
Canku. She nods.
Yes, they are flightless birds which were used as transportation in this land long ago.
We navigate our way further into the zoo, and I'm curious to see what other animals there are here. If they're similar to what's back at home or completely different. So far, I'm not recognizing any of the creatures. Amy keeps rattling off facts about each creature whenever we visit an exhibit. She tells me about a few lizards that can breathe embers, some jackalopes, and some kind of serpent with golden spikes on its head. We make our way to a large open desert enclosure. I can see a few rocks and some barren trees inside. An elephant is in its own enclosure right next to it, reaching up high in a tree and pull down some fruit. But I'm more interested in the monkeys. They're small and fluffy, orange and white fur, reminding me of some dreamsicles. They blend in with the vibrant orange rocks and sand inside their enclosure. Amy's face is blank as a sheet, but I can see a warmth twinkling in her eyes.
These are desert monkeys.
Oh?
Yes, they have a distinctive call to warn their members if a predator approaches.
I see. Feed the monkeys. I noticed there's a sign that says you could feed them. There's someone selling some food for the animals off to the side. I'll be right back. I buy some treats for Amy and me and feed the monkeys. It looks like some sort of fruit. Here you go. I grin, handing her a bag. Amy blinks.
Oh, thank you. This shall be a most interesting experiment.
I extend a piece of fruit out to a rather fluffy-looking monkey sitting nearby on a boulder. It turns its head, tail twitching, its eyes light up as soon as it sees the food. Hi, little fella. The monkey chitters happily, bouncing closer and takes food from my hand and then munches on it with a wide grin. The other monkey seems to realize we have food because they all start gathering towards us. I try to be fair and feed all of them, but there are just too many. Hey, let's calm down for a minute. One of them leaps onto my head, another crawls up my arm and onto my shoulder, grabbing some fruit from my hand. One of their tails tickles my cheek and made me laugh. Amy opens her bag of fruit. The monkeys seem to really like Amy. They start crawling all over her, squeaking and reaching for the fruit in her hand. She holds a regular blank expression, but her gaze is warm, and she's playing with like she's playing with the pongo.
Did you know that these creatures live in packs? They have a leader who they will bring food and shiny objects to.
Ooh. Amelia seems content rattling off facts to me. Many of the monkeys seem to have their full attention on her. They let out tiny chirps as she feeds them. One seems rather intrigued by the hair because she hops onto her shoulder and sniffs at one of the bows. Her eyes light up.
They are also quite cute.
Meanwhile, a nearby elephant eagerly sniffs about Amelia. It must be looking for treats. The trunk reaches towards her and reaches around her torso.
My apologies. I do not have any more treats.
The elephant's trunk sways lower near the pouch. Wait, the pouch tied at her waist. When Mrs. Margaret said it curls around the back of her skirt. Okay, I don't need to see this. Don't do it. Amelia gasps. Thank you. Her face burns a slight pink. Hey, the elephant blinks at me. Stop that right now. Go on, shoot. Shame on you. I wave and gesture for it to go, but the elephant merely stares. I don't think it knows what I'm saysaying. I hastily put out an extra treat from my pocket to stand to the elephant. Look, see, you want this, right? The elephant lets out a small huff and releases her skirt. The trunk curls around the snack, but it seems happy enough for now. Amelia is still blushing as she smooths out her skirt.
Thank you for your assistance.
Yeah, of course. I didn't think it knew what it was doing, honestly. It just wanted the fruit. Amelia nods. Just then, an elephant pulls up her skirt again. Amelia's face tinges red and she quickly shoves the skirt down and she shuffles away from the elephant.
Seize this immediately! I possess no more food!
And you still talk like a robot. And the trunk continues to reach around her. Amy gently pushes it away and huffs.
It is evident this creature is doing this on purpose.
I try not to chuckle. I don't think so, Amy. Probably because you still smell of snacks even if you don't have them. Amelia gives me a look, then coughs into her
I
hand.
suppose that is a possible explanation.
God damn it, you. So, do you want to look around some more? Amelia shakes her
I
head.
have learned quite a lot already.
Her monotone voice has a slight edge to it. I think she's had enough interaction for the day and looking for some peace and quiet. Alright, that's cool. I think I might stick around a little longer. She nods and head towards the exit back to town. I wander around the zoo some more, enjoying a wide variety of animals, although this time I'm careful to keep my distance from some of the more rambunctious types. Eventually I leave the zoo, excuse me, and return back to town. Yeah, I'm gonna not cockblock that. I wander around the town for a while, watching as it slowly transforms from quiet, plain storefronts to a city decked out with streams of golden ribbon and golden crystal lights. I stretch my arms over my head and yawn. The sun is starting to go down and the sky streaking in simmering scarlets and rosy pinks. I better head back. I turn around and head back to the inn. Leanna waits for me at one of the tables. A bright smile blooms across her face as soon as she sees me.
Hey!
I can't help but grin back. Ready to go? She nods. We make our way out of the inn and into the town. Night has fallen. Golden lights shimmer in the trees. Colorful flowers decorate the stalls. Leanna's face warms into a smile, and the golden lights flicker across her white armor and dance into her hair.
It's so beautiful!
This is corny as fuck. I grin and reach around and grab her hand. Not as beautiful as you. Leanna's face burns peony pink. Peony pink. She giggles.
That was very cheesy.
Oh, I knew it was. She reaches up and pecks me on the
But I
cheek.
still appreciate it. Oh wow, is that a mage knight?
Huh? I turn at the voice and two men gawk openly at Leanna. She shifts a little under their gaze, and her hand instinctively goes to cover her
I
gauntlet.
think so. What's one doing all the way out here?
I don't know. I've never seen one before.
They give her curious glances. It's clear they're impressed. Leanna's cheeks tinge pink, but other than that, she doesn't really react. The place seems even busier than it was this morning. We passed a few people chattering and laughing in front of a vendor selling rare fabrics and sparkling jewelry. The aroma of spices and delicious foods waft in the air, making my mouth water. Leanna jumps out of the way of two children running and squealing past us in the street. Something bright yellow flashes behind them. I do double take and realize they're running with kites. Glowing lantern bright and shaped like the sun. Glowing lantern bright and shaped like the sun. Okay. How are their kites glowing?
It must be some kind of paint they use. Did you see their face paintings? They're glowing too.
Looking around now, I do see some children giggling in the streets with glowing face paint on their cheeks. Even bigger crowd is forming in the center of the town square.
Hello, hello, happy couples!
I blink. Happy couples? What's that about?
I'm not sure.
Curious, we make our way over. I can see a man standing in the center of the square. He stands on top of the small stool so he can see over the masses of people. He beams and waves his arms, trying to get everyone's
Come
attention.
one, come all! Step right up and enter our couples competition. The lucky winners get an exclusive seat to see the fireworks. The best spot in all of Mija.
We're not very good as a team. Lena perks
Oh,
up.
that sounds like so much fun. We should try it.
Yeah. Blue eyes sparkle with excitement as she grabs my hand. Yeah, let's do it. we fucking sucked at volleyball. And everything else we've tried together so far, but this will be different. A huge grin splits my face. Leanna loves a good competition, and so do I. Okay, let's do it. Leanna matches my
Great.
grin.
We totally have this in the bag.
No, we don't. Of course we do. A few other couples join us in the game stand. There's an older couple, judging by their expensive clothing and glittering jewels. They seem pretty loaded. Another couple who looks to be around our age joins us, and we wait a bit longer before a middle-aged couple decides to join in, along with a few other competitors. When it seems like we have a steady crowd, the Game Master beams.
Excellent! We have a good number of couples to get started.
As she's talking, a girl comes around and gives a couple 2 canvases propped up on the easel and some paint.
The first part of our competition. You have to draw your partner. You'll get points depending on your paintings.
Leanna flushes.
No, I'm terrible at art.
I'm bad too! Anxiety washes through me. Same. Sorry in advance if my drawing of you looks a bit funny. I'm gonna shave my
Don't
laugh.
be silly. The important part is that we have fun.
Each couple will only have 10 minutes to complete their paintings.
What? 10 minutes?
On your marks, get set, go!
Do your best to draw her normally. No. I look Leanna for my reference. My nerves make my hands shake. I decide to start with her hair first. I dip my paintbrush into yellow and paint it again. Oh no, this is already looking terrible. I tried to include her wind magic, but it just made her look like her hair sticking up all over the place. Game Master knows
And
what's up.
time!
I let a deep breath and look over Leanna. Same blue and brown paint smears her fingers. She even got a little on her cheek.
Okay, show your masterpiece to your partner.
Leanna and I flip over our easels over at the same time. Leanna bursts out
Oh
laughing.
my gosh. Now I don't feel as bad.
Well, what are you talking about? This is clearly a beautiful portrait. She giggles. I glance at Leanna's portrait of me. It isn't an amazing painting, but she managed to recreate my armor and scarf. I'm not sure what the blue blob is supposed to be, though. Leanna looks at me hopefully.
What do you think?
Fantastic. I pointed at her painting. What's it supposed to be?
That's the Pongo.
I tried to stifle a laugh and fail. Why is it
It's
floating?
supposed to be on your shoulder.
It's way off. Leanna can't contain her giggles. The couples next to us don't seem to be enjoying themselves as much as Leanna are, especially the rich
What
couple.
is this supposed to be?
The woman
I was
huffs.
trying my best. Let me see yours.
She shows her his paintings and gasps.
Oh my gosh! How could you make me look so ugly?
What do you mean? This is perfection.
My nose is all wrong. I can't believe you.
Dang. The game master chuckles nervously.
Okay, let's settle down, everyone.
Even he seems a little uncomfortable with the way things are getting heated between some couples. He waits for the crowd to settle down and then smiles.
Now it's time for our next competition. A dance!
I'm the worst. I know how bad I am. It's time to throw in the towel now because I can't
True.
dance.
I saw your ability back in Illumia. You're teachable, and that's what's important.
Thanks. Just a weird compliment. All of the couples get into position. Some musicians are setting up their instruments off to the side. I take Leanna's hand in mine. She flashes me a warm smile.
Ready, set, begin!
The band strikes up to a merry tune and everyone dives into the dance. The game master weaves around the couples, smiling and glancing at their footwork. The rich couple seems to be doing well. They waltz and glide across the town square with superb posture and grace. They must dance like this a lot. Even Leanna seems
Wow,
impressed.
they look great.
I nod, but otherwise don't comment. I don't want to lose my concentration, but I can hear the woman talking to her partner. Her mouth is stretched into a plastic sparkling smile. Lifts her eyebrows and she speaks through her teeth.
Darling.
I am smiling.
Well then, stop looking down at your feet.
No matter how much Leanna tries to lead me, I can't get the hang of it. I step on her toes, making her squeak. Ooh, sorry. Leanna smiles and shakes her head.
Don't worry about it. You're doing fine.
I puff out a laugh. You're just being nice. By the time the dance is done, our faces are flushed and my cheeks ache from grinning.
And that's all the time we have for the dance, folks.
You stepped on my feet at least 10 times.
Jesus. His girlfriend
It's
scowls.
the man's job to lead. You obviously don't know the steps.
Oh, I hate her voice. It's Leanna shivers.
Some people seem to be taking this a bit too seriously. It should be about having fun.
I agree. The game master lifts his hands.
Okay, settle down, folks. That was a good time, wasn't it?
The rich couple chuckles.
We did great, didn't we, sweetie?
But of course we did. No one stands in our way of winning after that.
The tips of my ears grow hot, but I don't say anything. These other couples are intense.
We only have one competition left.
He walks over to the center of the stage and flashes the crowd, sparkling smile. He gestures to the band with a flourish.
Karaoke!
Oh, God. I'd say I'm alright at best.
Oh, karaoke sounds like so much fun!
Leanna beams. Oh, really? I'm not the greatest, but it should be fun. She nods excitement, shimmering off of her in waves.
Yeah, it'll be a great time.
Her enthusiasm was contagious, and I find myself grinning back. Totally.
You will each go one by one. You won't be singing together as a couple, but separately. Who wants to go first?
Why will you be singing separately? We watch a few couples go ahead of us. Some of them do pretty well and have the good voices, but like before, they're way too harsh on each other.
I can't believe you messed up the lyrics!
Her husband
I
flushes.
didn't mean to. You know I get nervous in front of people.
Another couple ends up arguing
What
as
are
well.
you talking about? I did amazing!
No, your voice became too quiet at the end.
Jesus Christ.
Quiet. You were the one mumbling. No one could even understand what you were singing.
I cringe and shuffle away from them. I'm glad Leanna and I could just relax and have a good time. Even when one of us isn't extremely well, at least we can laugh and keep encouraging each other. Another girl goes next, the one around Leanna's age. As soon as the music starts, she lets out a loud, ready note. Her voice grates into a screech. I recoil, pressing my hands hard over my own ears, but the girl seems oblivious to her lack of talent. She only sings louder and higher, making the crowd shrink back. I flinch when she hits the bridge of the song. She sounds like a banshee. When it's finally over, the whole crowd seems to out of breath with relief. That was unpleasant.
Yeah, that's my girl.
He claps loudly, but he seems to be the only one. Then she comes back to meet him with the crowd. She pouts and crosses her
You
arms.
did amazing.
Are you serious? No one even clapped.
Who cares about them?
This is all your fault. I told you I didn't want to sing that song.
Okay, you two are the last ones.
I roll around to see the game master smiling at us. He points to me.
You first.
Nah, shit. I nod. Cool, sure. He leads me out into the crowd and shoves a microphone into my hand.
Good luck.
Thanks. He walks off, leaving me here. Nerves flutter in my gut. I search the crowd until I see Leanna's familiar face. She grins and gives me a thumbs
You
up.
got this.
That's right, I do got this. The band strikes up the familiar song. I take a deep breath and belt out the lyrics. The crowd doesn't react very much to my singing. A few people watch out of politeness while the others continue with their conversations. Leanna's the only one who seems completely focused on and cheering me on. By the time I'm done, there are a few scattered claps. Leanna gives me a hug as soon as I return.
You did great. Thanks for being such a good sport.
She stands at her tiptoes and pecks me on the cheek. A grin blooms across my
All
face.
right, miss, it's your turn now.
Oh, okay.
If she's I think this is the same person who sings the intro song, so it should be solid. Leanna's cheeks are rosy. She fidgets with her skirt. Don't worry, it'll be great. Slowly, she pulls away from me and nods. As she accepts the microphone, Leanna smiles and bites her lip. I know just what will help her get over those nerves. You got this, Leanna. I let out a loud cheer and clap. Go get him! Her gaze meets mine and her smile brightens. She nods slightly and stands a little straighter.
Ready, set, go!
The band strikes up the same song. Leanna sucks in a deep breath as the tempo changes. Leanna sings.
Among a million stars, a wish out there is ours. Maybe this time it'll come true. Whatever comes our way, we'll face it unafraid and take this world on together.
See, the only problem I've got with this, they didn't add the music. So I'm still hearing this, which doesn't go with that. It's good singing, don't get me wrong, but it messes with me. Her voice rings steady across the crowd. The audience is completely captivated as all eyes focus on her. What? I didn't know she could sing. Where was she hiding this talent? By the time it's over, Leanna's cheeks are bright pink. The crowd erupts into applause. Leanna blushes even deeper as she heads back to me. You were absolutely phenomenal. Leanna chuckles embarrassed.
Did you really think so? I wasn't sure how I handled that last note.
No, it was great. I didn't know you could sing. She beams but ducks her head, suddenly shy as she fiddles with her manipulator.
Well, it never came up.
That's true. The other couples whisper, glancing at Leanna. I can tell they're starting to look a bit nervous after her amazing performance. I beam with pride and circle my arm around Leanna's waist, pulling her closer. She leans into me with a smile, and I give her a gentle kiss on the forehead. What do you think won? They said there would only be 3 competitions, right? Leanna nods. She beams at me.
Spending this time with you is better than any prize, though.
Okay, you said I was cheesy. Yeah, that was cheesy.
You must be rubbing off on me.
Alright, I'll let that slide. We both laugh. The Game Master clears his throat.
Thank you everyone for participating. You all put on a smashing show.
Smashing.
We tallied up the points and decided on our winners. That lovely couple in the back.
He points to Leanna and I. Huh? What? Wait, really? You're supposed to disbelieve. Leanna squeals, she jumps up and throws her arms around my neck.
We did it!
The blush heats my cheeks. They squeeze her tight, laughing. I can't believe we actually won. The other competitors groan in disappointment.
Seriously?
Come on!
How do they have the most points? They didn't even do well in most of the challenges.
The Game Master rubs his chin, ready to impart some of the intense words of
The
wisdom.
games were just that. Games. The real winners are the couples who laughed and enjoyed each other's company every step of the way.
Crowd erupts into another cheer.
Enjoy the fireworks, you two.
Thanks. He nods. The other couples start arguing all over again.
No, you're the reason.
No, you're the reason!
I resist cringing. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I agree. The fireworks are going to be starting soon anyways.
And that's what we're